We were deciding whether or not we were going to dance tonight. Hello. It's good to see you all. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Linda.
Hello, girls. It's past your bedtime.
It is.
It's going to get very close.
It is. Yeah. By the time this is over, it will be bedtime for sure. So, well, hello, welcome, and good evening. An evening live.
Yes. We haven't done this
We don't do
in a
these
long
often.
time.
We
Yep.
can't even all fit in the camera.
Why do they always put the short one in the middle?
Munchkin in the middle.
I thought she could like scoot up here and look taller.
There you go.
You guys back up.
Yeah. Welcome. So excited to see you all. It's nice to see some familiar names in here. Hey, Arlene's on. Hi, Arlene.
Hi, Arlene.
Hi, Nina. Hi, Deb, Sandra. It's so good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. What are we drinking tonight? Everyone got a drink and a snack and ready to have some fun?
Water.
Yeah. I don't even have that, Linda. They don't give me water.
They don't give me water.
I did notice that Dana, who's on here, she was able to, through Bluetooth,
Yeah.
put us up on her TV.
Woo! Hey, that's high tech. I don't even know if I could do
Is.
that.
Wow. I don't know if I could either.
Ooh, Eva, a glass of wine. Good
Yeah.
idea. All right. Well, good. We're glad that you guys are all hanging out with
Yep.
us tonight. We have got a really fun lineup. But before we do that, is there anyone new here who's maybe either never been on a Hoop Sisters live or this is your first semi-annual sale trunk show live with us? If that's you, put a number 1 in the comments so we can say hi to you, welcome you into our world. We're a little goofy around here. Warning. Ooh, chocolate milkshake.
Chocolate milkshake sounds good.
Yes. Hi, newbies. Hi, Charlene and Erica, Sandy, Linda. They're coming in fast and furious. So welcome, number 1s. Hi, we're super glad you're here. We hope you have fun tonight. And I know there's a lot of number 2s who we consider Hoop Sisters in here. The number 1s are still coming. How cool is that? Welcome. We're glad that you are here. So if you're new, you might not know who we are. Let's start with you, Linda. Give us a wave.
So hello, my name is and I'm actually in Illinois. Do we still call this the virtual quilt hop? No,
Well,
we don't. We used to. This is the semi-annual trunk show. But
Yes.
I'm in Illinois, and they're not.
Yes. And Linda and Annie are the Hoop Sisters. And they really are sisters.
Originals.
And the originals and the co-founders. This is Annie Moody.
Yes.
You want to say anything?
No.
She's so short and you're like,
That's passive aggressive.
doesn't mean it to be.
It's okay.
She's my mom.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So if you're new and you're like, what is wrong with this woman? She's my mother.
That's why we pick on each other like we do. We're all family. So
Yes. And then my sister, Sarah.
These are the Hoop daughters.
Daughter. And my name is Aubrey. And so we're gonna hog the camera and show you some really cool things and have a sale. I mean, come on, elder abuse. I'm gonna let that slide because I know it's really
Yep.
cold where you are.
It might be abuse, but gosh, you called me elder.
And everyone knows I'm older.
Yes, you are the much older
she says,
sister.
yes. So if you have not figured out what you're in store for just yet, here's this. Oh shoot, sorry.
Oh yeah, bring that back.
This is what you're in for tonight.
See how
Sisterly
short
love.
she is? She's just a little stub, that girl.
Yeah, I know. So yeah. So anyways, I think we've pretty well demonstrated at this point that you're in for some fun. We're a little bit goofy around here, but we know how to have a good time as well. So, okay, I'm going to move you so I can see.
Move the elder.
I'm getting, I can't see. I actually just upgraded to a bigger monitor at my desk and now this laptop, everything looks miniature and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, okay, quick housekeeping items. Just to let you know what to expect tonight. So first and foremost, we're going to show you some really beautiful quilts. These are some top sellers from past years. And Annie's actually going to stitch something out for you as well. So if you put number 1 in the comments, we're going to give you sort of a broad range overview of what we do tonight. But just know we also have virtual workshops happening all the time where we go into more depth. We're also going to have giveaways. There are 3 giveaways tonight, and we're giving away $50 in store credit 3 times. Woo! So here is what you're going to want to do. When you see a keyword flash at the bottom of the screen, put it in the comments. Just type it in the comments. We're streaming live on Facebook. We're streaming live on YouTube. So no matter where you are, type that keyword when you see it, and you're going to be entered to win $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit. And then we're going to get into the sale in just a second, and I'm going to fill you in on the amazing savings going on for 24 hours only. But just know, the more you add to your cart, the more you're going to save. So pretty exciting. I don't think we don't usually do 3 giveaways. Usually it's 1 a day type of thing. So pretty good. Okay. Our shipping crew is ready. Who are these wonderful faces, Linda?
So these two beautiful ladies, we have Therese on the left and Karen on the right. And I'll show you a picture of Reese in just a second. He's not in this picture, but they're the shipping crew and they are ready to go. They have everything all staged out and ready, and they're very fast. They're very efficient, very good at what they do. And I'm so grateful to have them. Do you want to see a picture of Reese?
Yeah, I will. I'm going to make you big on screen so you can show it.
So there's our guy, Reese.
Yay.
Reese, and he helps us. He comes right now, it's spring break. So he comes, he'll be here this week because it's spring break, and he's been working with us for a couple of years now. And I hope, well, he's going to go to college at some point. That'll be sad. I'll miss him. He's great.
The muscle. He's the muscle, right?
He's the muscle. Yeah, when stuff comes in, he puts it all away for us. And we sit there like, oh, we're too old and feeble. You got to. And when he's not there, we do it anyway.
Yeah. So our shipping crew, all three of them, they are ready to go. And if it gets too crazy, Linda has been known to jump in there too. I've seen her.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other person who's ready and here with us tonight in the comments is Nina.
She's the best.
I could go knock on the wall over there, but Nina is here. She's in the comments and she can help you out. Now, it is 8 o'clock at night where we are. So after the live, she's going to go home. I know. I tried to make her spend the night. She was not about it. So anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is this sale is a flash sale for 24 hours, but she will be back tomorrow to help you with any questions. Okay. So, and she's in the comments. So she'll do her best to help you in the comments, as well as we have comments flying in from all over the place, YouTube, Facebook, and all that jazz. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Gail said, shout out to the shipping team. Sue says, Nina is awesome. So, okay, cool. I think we are ready to kick things off. And let's start with, first and foremost, I want you guys to know about the sale. Right? You guys love a good sale. I know you do. Everybody loves a good sale. So here's what we want you to know. If you spend $1 to $149, you're automatically going to save 10% on items in your cart. Okay. Now, if you find something and spend $150 to $299, you're automatically going to save 20%. And if you spend $300 or more, you're going to unlock free shipping within the contiguous US and a 30% savings, which is huge.
Wow.
Huge. 30%. Okay. So super duper excited. Now we're going to show you a lot of quilts tonight, but there is more on the website and a lot is included. So it's going to include more than what we're showing you tonight. Now there are a few exclusions I want to touch on. So you know, and if you are a number 2, you kind of know most of these exclusions. The wool, any kind of thread, any pre-cut fabrics. Guys, we have pre-cut fabrics. Lots of them, right, Linda?
Yes.
And it also excludes the strip stick. So all of those things at the top there, those are not Hoop Sisters products. They're not included in the sale. As well as any design that we've released this year or hop into spring, because we want you guys to know if you joined us for those workshops, you got the best pricing possible at that point. Okay. So hopefully I didn't say anything wrong up to this point. Nina will tell me. Okay. But we didn't stop there. We did not stop there. There is also a clearance tab on the website right now. At the end of the evening, I'll take you to the website and show you where this stuff is if you need a little bit of help. But 50% off. 50% off on the clearance tab. In fact, I think we'll have Nina drop some links so you guys can find all that. But all of these automatic savings are going to end tomorrow, Friday, March 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it is a 24-hour flash sale. Okay. All right. Now, that's the savings information. The other thing I want to say is, So even if you put some things in your cart that were excluded from the 10, 20, or 30%, it will count towards the free shipping.
That's
Total.
good. That's cool.
Okay. So I think I said it all right. There's a lot. There's a lot. All right. So we are going to dive in and show you some really pretty quilts now, you all. Thanks for dropping those links, Nina. Let's start with this one. And in fact, I have to add a camera. You want to talk about this one, Annie?
This is, excuse me, this is Summer Breeze. And it's just so super cute. This one, the sample that we have here, this one has just kind of an off-white background. And you can make your little appliques for your flowers any color you want. There's files in there. Let me show you the corner of the quilt. So the corner block is rounded, which gives it kind of a unique effect. But there's also files in there so that if you want to do a table runner, that you have kind of this unique shape too. So I am actually going to be stitching probably, yeah, that
there you
better.
go.
It's looking kind of yellow. I'm going to stitch in, I don't know, it's either this one or this one. They're mirror images of each other, but it's just a really, really super fun quilt that it just looks like summer.
And Susan says she thinks this is going to be her next project.
Oh, well, wait, I've got, when I stitch this out today, we're going to do a print in the background and
Ooh,
a similar to this, only a different color.
change it cool.
Yeah.
Changing it up.
Changing it up.
Okay, well, Annie goes and gets herself situated. We're going to have Linda, for especially people who are new here, talk about what makes Hoop Sisters special and sets us apart.
Yes, what makes us different? So in traditional quilting, you have your traditional quilting methods, and then you have our methods. Traditional quilting, you have to cut your fabric to the exact size. You have to do a perfect 1/4 inch seam. In our method, you do not need to perfectly cut it. And the seams are digitized, so they go exactly in the right spot. So you don't have to be quite so perfect. And we have you overcut it a little bit, so you have plenty of room. And then the other thing that makes us different is the quilting all comes with it. So you don't have to pay a long armor to do the quilting for you. It all comes right there in the design.
Love
that.
that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's it. That's like the big part, right? I mean,
Yeah.
all those things are great, but the quilting included is kind of our jam.
It's pretty cool.
All right. I'm going to let Linda share with you guys Annie's first step.
Yeah, so the first step of just about every one of our quilt designs, it'll say hoop your battilizer. So battilizer is a batting stabilizer combination. And you put that in your hoop all by itself. You don't need to add any additional stabilizer with it. And the first step also requires you to use a water soluble thread, and you're going to stitch a placement stitch so you know where to put your fabric. So usually steps 1 and step 2 and generally step 3 are all the same.
Awesome. So Battilizer, it is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pop you in, Annie, and we are ready when you are.
I am ready. So as Linda was explaining, I have my Battilizer in the hoop. I've already got it hooped up for you. And Aubrey had mentioned this earlier. It's going to be kind of a quick 30,000 foot view and explanation of what we do with our design. So we won't go into a lot of detail tonight, but we do that when we do our workshops. So stay tuned for our upcoming workshops and stuff that we'll be having. You can get all the details of what thread and all that. So as I promised, I'm going to stitch out a Summer Breeze, and this is going to be my background, and that's going to be my cute little flower. And I've already done my step 1. For my next step, I'm going to lay my fabric right over the placement stitch that's sewed out in my first step. I always check underneath, make sure it's fully covered. And then I am going to sew a tack down stitch. And it's also going to sew a placement stitch for the flower applique. There's the tack down, and now it's going to sew a placement stitch for the applique. That way I'll know where to put my cute little pink fabric. And this is an applique block. A lot of our blocks are stitch and flip with the seams and everything that Linda had mentioned. But with it, since this is just an applique block, I'm just going to put my applique fabric right over the top of that placement stitch. And it's going to tack that down. It's also going to stitch some detail between the flower petals.
I actually like the print in the background. I wasn't sure when you said that.
I do too. That's going to be really cute.
It looks like it might be a baby quilt.
Oh.
Hint, hint.
Okay, now the next step, what I'm going to do is we have a wonderful applique scissors. It's called a hoop scissors, and it has very sharp, thin blades. And I'm going to cut all the way around this, cutting right up to the stitching. And maybe let Aubrey, if there's something else you want to move on to while I do that, and I'll be right back.
Sure. I want to say, Barb, thanks for calling me out. She said, Aubrey, is it a stitch and flip or a flip and stitch? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Whatever I think it is, it's the other one. Okay, we are here up to our very first giveaway of the night. Pay attention, it's giveaway time. Go ahead and type the keyword, which is the word hoop, in the comments. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can participate. So go ahead and light up the comments with the word hoop. And in a little bit, we will have a first winner of the evening. Okay, while you all are getting that keyword typed in, we're going to introduce you to a beautiful design called Lavender Love. And I actually think, first and foremost, let's talk about the sizing while I have it up on the screen. And then Sarah's going to point out some really cute things to you in person. Okay, so this has a 5-inch and a 7-inch block included, either USB or download. Our stuff's always multi-formatted, but the 5-inch size is it's so tiny. It's so cute. It's 14.5 inches by 14.5 inches. And then the 7-inch jumps up to 20.5 by 20.5. So we'll have Sarah show you this design.
Yeah, so this little cutie has a ton of really cute detail in it. Where she did these lavender, I don't know what you call these. Do you call them petals? I don't know. But they're so cute and so detailed. And it's got a lot of dimensions. She's enabled you to use different colored threads in here. In the background, there's really cool shiplap quilting. And then this right here, see this design? What do you call this? Oh no, I'm having a brain fart. But this design on this fabric, this is just a solid fabric. And
The
then
tablecloth?
yes, on the tablecloth. Thank you. This is all stitching. So it's all digitized into the design. So you just need a solid piece of fabric right here. And then you're going to get this look because it's digitized right in there. So this is the 5-inch one. And then here's the 7-inch one. So both super, super cute. And then I didn't even mention the border, by the way. It kind of blends in on the fabric that we have. But on the border, there's more, I almost called them lilacs. This is lavender. So
Yes.
come on. More lavender. So really, really cute.
It is. And did we talk about the shiplap
Yeah.
while I was reading
Yep.
comments? I
Yep.
mean, the quilting in this is absolutely amazing. So
yeah, you can see it well right there.
yes. Okay. So this one is called Lavender Love. And we did kind of briefly mention, and we'll talk more about it in a second, but we do have those pre-cuts on the website too. So Sarah also put some of the pre-cuts that we have in stock and kind of matched them with different designs.
Yeah, it's like a little hint
Yeah.
or idea for how to use those pre-cuts.
Yes. And so when you see those little circles with the little colors in there. Those are the pre-cuts that we have on the website. These comments are going quick. Okay. Annie, how you doing in there? Do you want the camera back for a second, or you want us to move on to the next design? I don't know if she can hear me.
She can hear you.
Oh, we'll keep going. Here, I'll give you a quick look. This is what she's got going on now. Her camera is definitely sitting on her.
Yeah.
Look how pretty it is, though. Okay, we'll come back when she's not bopping around. How about that? All right, Linda.
All right, maybe you should mute Annie.
Yeah, I'm going to mute her, and I'm going to make your screen big for a second.
Okay, thank you. This is called Sunflower Collection, and it includes a little, we call them a 3-block wall hanging. So the one on the right, the sample on the right with the single sunflower, the 3 middle blocks is the main part of the little quilt. And that black and white, and the girls will show you the detail in a minute, that black and white border is actually stitches. It looks like a buffalo check. And then you can also make a runner. So the sample on the left is a runner. And the finished sizes on the wall hanging is 14 by 26. The runner is 13.5 by 46. And the minimum hoop size that you will need is a 7 by 7. So
really
take it away, girls.
Yeah, let's show the close-up because I think this is stunning. And
I
it
know,
does,
it's so
people do
pretty.
go, oh, that's pretty fabric.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not fabric.
Looks like fabric, but it's not. So really cute. And you've kind of got like layered fabrics here for your sunflowers. So it's cute. Has these fun little raw edges. And then same with the leaves down here. And I like the use of the print as the background fabric right here too. So really cute. Lots of adorable details on this one. So this is the 3-block wall hanging. And then this is the tablecloth or table runner. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't.
She has pregnancy brain.
This is the table runner. So that same border with that stitching in it. And then just these really fun sunflower blocks.
And the black and whites and the backgrounds on that sample are all like different. So it just fun to do.
Cute.
Really, really pretty. Okay, so this is our sunflower collection. And the price, we didn't say prices on the other stuff, did we?
I don't think so.
Shoot. Well, they're on the screen. And we'll have Nina drop the link again. So when Nina drops the link, if you get over to the website, so a couple of things you should know. Obviously, the price will be listed, but in the product description, we'll also have all the sizing as well. So we have it on the screen, but if you need a reminder, you can check there too. Okay. She's getting another quilt out. Oh, we got a winner for the hoop. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Can you go check with her and see if she wants the camera back after I get this one done? Hoop. Everybody type hoop. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Anybody else want to get in on this? We're going to do $50 in store credit. All right, I'm hitting the button. Here we go. Our first winner of the night. Who's it going to be? All right, Tina. Congrats, Tina Ross. You are the very first winner of the evening. And I'm going to actually show you what to do. And then we're going to send it back into Annie. So here's what you're going to want to do, Tina Ross. Go ahead and email Nina at hoopsisters.com. Let her know that you just won the $50. You were the very first winner of the evening, and she will get that placed in your account. So you can go shopping tonight. So not only can you save 10, 20, or 30%, you can spend $50 in store credit. So pretty cool. All right, I'm going to send it back over to Annie. Go for it.
Okay, I hope you guys can hear me okay over the machine. As you can see, what we've done while they were showing you all the other beautiful quilts is we have done the flower center, and now it's doing a real pretty satin stitch over those flower petals. And then after that, I'm going to change my thread so it matches my fabric, and it's going to do some pretty feather quilting. So that's what I'm about to do next. So I'll turn it back to you guys so you can show them some more goodies.
Look how far she's come in such a short amount of time.
Yep. Back to you in the studio. She has to say that. So
Yeah. Because otherwise I don't know what's going on. Okay, so we just had Tina Ross win our very first giveaway of the evening, but we have more $50 store credits to give away. So if you want to try to get one of those, the next keyword is the word trimmer. So go ahead and type the word trimmer in the comments, and we'll have Linda just talk a little bit about what the trimmer is. We're not doing a full demo on it, but give us a little idea.
Okay, so the Trimmer by George 3.0, it's actually our third version of the trimmer, and it is used to trim away the Battilizer within the seam allowance of your quilt blocks. Aubrey, if you want to make me bigger, I have one sitting here. Do a quick little tour of it. So here's our trimmer. It's 4.5 inches wide, 12.5 inches long. On one edge, we have a crimped metal edge right here. And this is used to guard the front of your block from getting cut with your rotary cutter, because you'll just guide that trimmer right your rotary cutter right next to the metal edge. So there's a great little demo on our website on how to use this. I believe it still should be there. But you got to have it. I use it all the time with everything we do.
Someone said best thing since peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yep, it's awesome. So definitely check that out. It is included in our semi-annual sale pricing. Okay, moving right along. So we have in Ohio, it's still cold. I'm still wearing my cardigan, but summer's coming, right? So we wanted to throw in this adorable quilt called Strawberry Patch. You want to talk about the sizing before I switch?
But first, can I talk about how Candace said that she calls her Jimmer G3 and it's the best thing since Betty White? That made me laugh. Okay, Strawberry Patch. I love this. It's so fun. And this is the perfect time of year, I would say, to stitch out a design like this, because if you guys are growing strawberries, they will be popping up in no time. But this comes in 5-inch blocks and 8-inch blocks. And you can see finish sizes are right there on the screen. So if you do the 5-inch block, it's 21 inches square. If you do the 8-inch block, it's 33 inches square. And this one's fun. It's got the sashing on the front of it. You get your 3 different uniquely pieced strawberries there. You want to go over here and I'll show them up close? So just fun little, this one's great for like little prints, and it's a really good stash buster, I would say too. But they're really pretty flowers. You can see kind of in what kind of acts as your border, because our blocks are on point, but it's just really fun.
I love this one.
It's so sweet.
Did you talk? You probably said this because I get distracted by comments. But did you talk about how these are all different? Okay.
Yep.
So I just wasn't listening.
And just depending on where you place the fabrics, because it's kind of up to you. Your strawberries, even though they might be pieced the same. So like, if I can get it in there, these two pieced the same, they still look totally different just because of how you place your fabric. So this is a fun one.
Yeah, this one is really fun. I like this one. Okay, so that one is called Strawberry Patch. Really great size, nice project. Okay, the next one up, should we check in with Mom?
Yeah, let's check in with her.
Mom, how's it going?
It's going good, but I feel lonely in here.
What are you doing in there?
Well, we're stitching the feather quilting on this block right now, and it's whizzing right along. It's a triple run line, so it's really pretty.
Well, I can't wait.
Lots of nice feathers.
Can't wait to see it up close when you're done. We will pop back in. I feel like you're the weather reporter out in the field. And we're going to come back into the studio now, and we'll be back to you in a minute.
All right. See you later.
All right. Okay. So do you want me to pop this up first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the Tulip 3-block wall hanging. We call these a 3-block wall hanging because of the 3 main blocks. And then it includes the border, obviously. But just these 3 different tulips. We'll show you some of the details in a second. But this one, you do need a 7x7-inch sewing field to make this design. So keep that in mind. And you can check that in the description on the website if you forget. Approximate finish size is 14 inches by 26 inches. And this retails for $35. But remember, we have that promo, so you're not going to spend $35 on it.
All right.
Okay, so here is our tulip 3-block wall hanging. There's just so much detail packed into these tulips. It's really fun. There is in the border right here, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but you have kind of a quilted tulip right there in the border, and then lots of detail on our leaves and our stems and everything. And then just your exposed little bulbs.
I love that.
It's difficult to see because I should have used darker thread here, right? But this has like roots that are exposed down here. So really cute. Lots of really pretty details.
And the perfect time of year right now
Yep.
to start stitching this one out. Okay, we're moving right along. And this was the bestseller of 2023.
My favorite.
It's yeah, I think so. I don't know. Time flies. Who knows?
This one is everybody's favorite, I feel like. So just beautiful. I love the colors that you chose too, but just like the vines and the flowers. So this particular one comes in a 5-inch only. So if your machine can only do a 5-inch, this one is for you. And the finish size is 19.5 by 19.5 inches. But you also had another layout.
Yeah.
So I'm going to actually let you show the
close.
first one. All right.
So here's the first one. Obviously, it's round. A lot of people ask too, how do you get it to be round? Especially if you're new. I know there were a lot of number ones. This is maybe your first time here. But so you still have your blocks. It's just a little harder to see on this one because of all those fun vines. See, I can't talk. But then your block, I'm going to see if I can do this, is kind of this shape. So it goes along here, and that's how you get your round edges, and then you just line it at the end. But lots of pretty fabrics around the edges of this one, or flowers. Aubrey, you're going to have to start talking for me. I can wait for me. And then you can also do another layout. So this is kind of, it's a little more of an oval layout, but it's just so pretty. So this is perfect for a more rectangular table.
Really, really pretty.
There it is.
And she did this one in like a almost fall colorway, like with the burnt orange colors and things like that. So it's nice to see it in a different colorway, I think, too.
Yes.
All right. We're going to keep going. Oh, we got a trimmer winner.
Yay.
Winner. Okay, let's do that one. Let me share my screen again. And we got, see that one, not that one, this one. Here we go. Anybody else want to play? Just type the word trimmer in the comments, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. And we're going to pick a winner. All right. Let's see. All right, Debbie Duncan.
Congratulations, Debbie.
Yay, you're the winner, Debbie. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to email Nina. Let me find her little, here we go. Email Nina and let her know that you are the winner number 2 of our $50 store credit. Congratulations. How fun? How fun? Okay, I think I have another keyword ready.
Aubrey, can you mute the sewing machine?
Yeah. Thank you.
That's
all right. So then the final keyword, your final chance to win, type the word fabric in the comments, and we will do another final giveaway in just a moment. All right. So I've mentioned these a couple times, but I want to let you know that we have a whole bunch of fabric. Were you surprised how much fabric we sent you, Linda?
Yes.
A lot of fabric, but you know how fabric goes. It's going to be gone. Like
it'll be gone.
Go. So anyways, we have all these. Sarah picked these. I just encouraged her shopping habit, and I like how they kind of all coordinate. I think it's just so precious. So these are not included in the sale prices, but will count towards the free shipping. And they are on the website. Here's another batch of them. What is this called? It's not, is it gingham? It's not gingham.
The top
the-
row's gingham.
Gingham. Okay.
Yeah,
I had it. All right.
Good
Kind of
job.
a different
And
look style of the gingham. It's cute.
It is cute.
Mhm.
And then we picked some kind of complementary, the green and the blue, and then some, everybody loves purple. Like that purple would be cute with that in
Mhm.
bloom too.
Yes, it would.
So they're over on the website. We'll have Nina drop the order link so you guys can check all that out. Okay, on to some more quilts. This one, so precious.
This
I
one-
love. We could spend a long time talking about this
Right.
one.
We could spend a really long time talking about this one and showing you everything. It's called Town and Country, and it has different rows. So there's like the tree row, the farm row that has the barn and the grain bins or silos, and the house. I'm hold on.
Okay. I can't see it.
It's just so stinking cute.
It
It has so many cool details. So the tree row, there's the tree row. So all the little blocks, I think there's like 3 different types of blocks. The apple tree actually has 3D stitched apples on there, which is super cute. And then here is, and you could put your rows in any order you want to. So here we've got our grain bins, and we've got, I can't even show the whole thing. It's just got so many cute things.
I love this one.
I know there's the sun coming up and the cute little picket fence and the barn, but look who's inside the barn. There's doors that open and a cute little cow. And then on this other, it's not on the other side, it's at the end of the row. There's your house. The house has some vinyl for a glass door in the window. But here you go, guys. Look at this. There's the clothesline. It's been folded up, so our clothes are kind of
We starched
sticking
them.
up. But you do stitch out your clothes first, and then you cut them all out, and then you have your pile of clothes, and just like your laundry in a basket.
Mhm.
And then you're gonna stitch out this block. It does the quilting, and then it stitches little clothespins on there and birds also. And there's a little laundry basket over here. So a lot of super, super fun things. And then down here on the bottom row, the bottom 2 rows kind of go together, because here we have this is like walking through a cute little village or a downtown area. You've got your town and country market. You've got your church with your stained glass windows. You have your adorable cafe with the black and white awning on there. There's just so much fun. And every block is you're just gonna have so much fun stitching out every single block. I have to turn it over.
Loretta said this was so fun to make.
And here's your library, and of course your quilt shop.
I love the quilt shop.
The
That's
quilt
cute.
shop. Yep.
Cute.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. So this one is called Town and Country. This is a $79 pattern, but of course you could get it for 10, 20, or 30% off depending on how your cart is looking. All right. Do you want to talk about that?
We can if you want to.
And then we'll talk about cartwheel.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we got our cute little
Aw.
breeze block done. Isn't that cute with that pretty little pastel fabric?
It is. It's precious.
Yeah. So that is a really fun one to do.
I'm not going to lie. When you said print in the background, I was nervous.
Uh-huh.
But it's so cute.
It is really cute. So
Yeah.
we finished our summer breeze block.
Awesome. Okay. Now we are moving right along. We've shown you quite a few quilts so far. And this one, this is a really good one too. And I love the use of the print fabric in this and the sizes of the prints and all that kind of stuff. And I love the block. And we'll show you close up where the block actually is. And she paired it with some really cute pre-cuts as examples. So let's take it over to the close-up cam.
So this one, you really get the full effect with that picture that was just on the screen. I'm not going to be able to show you all of it, obviously, but when you look at this, you wonder where the block is because your eye is drawn to the pinwheels, but your block is actually right in here. So it's still constructed just like your block is. It's not your shape of your block is not your pinwheel, but it's nice because your eye is drawn to where those pinwheels are. And just like Aubrey said, this is a great one to use prints on. Bold prints, little prints, any kind of print I think would be great in here. But I think you can really see the feathered quilting on the black fabric right here. So yeah, this is a really, really fun one. What did we say what size this comes in?
It comes in a 5-inch
8-inch.
and
Okay.
an 8-inch.
Yeah.
So 30 by 30 or 47 by 47.
Okay. Yeah. So that's cartwheel.
And I think the quilting even shows really nicely. The quilting that's
Yes.
included with it
Yeah.
on this picture
does.
as well. Okay. And someone's asking if we can explain Battilizer again. Linda, I'm going to give that over to you.
Okay, please do. So Battilizer, I have a little strip of it right here. It comes in either in a 15-yard bolt or a 5-yard package, and it is a batting stabilizer combination. And you put this in your hoop, and I'm really stretching it, and it doesn't give at all. So the beauty of it is you put this in your hoop, you build your entire block right on it. You don't need to add any additional stabilizer. So that's what Battilizer is. And the width of it, I think it's 26 inches if I'm remembering correctly. So it depending on the block size you're doing, if you're doing 24 inch. So if you're doing a 5-inch block, you can generally get 3 across the width. If you're doing something bigger, you can generally get 2. And we also have been known to show you guys how to do Frankenbat. So like, for example, I'm holding up these long strips. I'm working on a project right now where I have these long strips left, and I will put them together and do a Frankenbat. So I'll do a little zigzag holding these together, and I can get some more hoopings out of my Battilizer.
Now, Linda, I noticed that I saw a comment when I was in the other room stitching that block, and Lawrence had asked if he doesn't have Battilizer in his house, can he use whatever he has? Do you want to address that question?
So yeah, I saw that fly by too. If he can use regular batting, you can, but I would put stabilizer with it. Just because when you hoop regular batting, it's not made to withstand the pressure of the embroidery hoop, for one, and also the amount of stitching our designs have. You might lose its shape and it might stretch out. So I would definitely, because that's what we used to do before we had Battilizer.
We did. And your quilt will not, it comes out not being I can't
Quite.
talk, not as soft as if you use the Battilizer.
Right.
And when you held it up, I mean, you pulled.
Yeah.
If you would have done that with just a regular piece of Battilizer, there's give to it, and it will definitely pull out and stretch a little.
So when
Lawrence, if you try it, you'll never go back.
That's right.
Right.
I mean, you can try it with whatever you have, but I think you'd be very pleased with the Battilizer.
And hooping 2 things together in an embroidery hoop is a little bit tough, batting and stabilizer, because batting is a little bit thicker than regular fabric and stabilizer is stiff. So when you're trying to hoop those 2 items together, and the cost of the batting and the stabilizer, it's worth the price of the Battilizer to get.
It is.
Yeah, and here's a good question I just saw pop in through Facebook. The Battilizer is part of the sale.
Woo-hoo.
So just know that you can do that. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on to Log Cabin. And I did see a couple questions fly in asking, how can I make a bed-sized quilt? So 2 things. We're going to talk about adding more blocks, that sort of thing. But also we have some amazing heirloom quilts that are on sale. They're part of the sale. We just haven't gotten to them just quite yet. So let's talk about Log Cabin.
Oh, who doesn't love Log Cabin? I mean, it's a traditional block that everyone has to make. And the great thing about ours is that your quilting's already included with the design. So you don't end up with a quilt top. You end up with a quilt block that's already has the layers in it, and you sew them together, and your quilt is finished. And the Log Cabin it's just one of those quilts where if you're a quilter, you have to make it. So you can see this is a quilting that's already included with it. And we give you the fabric requirements addressing a question that was just asked,
Mhm.
for all different kinds of sizes, whether it be this small little wall hanging like this on up to a king size. And I forget the block sizes that it comes in various block sizes.
All of them.
All of them.
5 through
6, 7,
10.
8, 9, maybe even
Mhm.
10. We'll have to check that out.
So not all of them are going to have instructions
Mhm.
to make a bed size, but the log
Mhm.
cabin does.
Mhm. Yep, and it took a lot of math for my poor little brain to figure out. And it even has a cute little border that comes with it as well. And you can use a one-piece back, or you can quilt all the way through and add your backing while it's in the hoop. And then you can see the quilting on the back too. So there's our beautiful little log cabin.
Someone just said, what does the back look like? I'm gonna flip that
Ah,
over. Just
All right.
look at
There's
that.
the back of our log cabin.
It's really pretty.
Looks just as pretty as the front.
All right.
All righty.
So there's the log cabin. That one was incredibly popular. That came out last year. And your fabric choices I never would have picked, but they look amazing.
They are pretty bold, aren't they?
Yep.
They look good in that picture over the blue chair.
They do. They do. Okay. Now we've got another winner that we're going to announce. This is our last winner of the evening. And the keyword was fabric. So go ahead and type that in there. Let me find my fabric giveaway. Here we go. Okay. So whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook, here we go. Fabric is the keyword, and it's our last $50 giveaway of the evening. Maureen Connolly, congratulations. Okay, Maureen, what you are going to want to do is email Nina real quick or tomorrow. It's fine. You got 5 days to email Nina and let her know that you just won the $50 in Hoop Sisters store credit as part of our sale tonight. So congratulations. All right. So let me get back over here. Okay, here's what we were just kind of hinting at. We do have some big news. This sale is extended past, which we said earlier, but just making sure. I know some people have hopped in. It's extended past what we've shown you. And there are other quilts on the website that are included in the sale, including our heirloom quilts. And the heirloom quilts are really special. Annie, Linda, you guys want to talk about why these are special quilts?
Oh, well, the heirloom quilts they're just quilts that I don't even know how to explain it, Linda. You're going to have to help me out here.
They're heirlooms?
They're heirloom. They're just like an heirloom quality.
There's a lot more detail to them,
Right.
which means they do take a bit more time.
Mhm.
But the results are incredible. So we worked with a couple of designers years ago. We worked with Sharon Schomburg. So we have a couple of hers. They're usually bigger, like bedside. And like I said, the details, like the one you're showing, right? You're going to show right now, that I would call an heirloom quilt.
Mhm.
I don't know if it is in that category, but it's definitely got a lot more detail than, for example, this. So
Yeah. It's not any more difficult to make.
no,
It just has more steps and more stitching,
right.
and they just come out beautiful.
You need more thread
You do need
and more
thread.
Battilizer and more fabric, but they're amazing.
and
you
more
can-
time.
and more time. And this is like a quilt you're going to be passing down
Yes.
for generations, that type of a quilt.
Mhm.
So that's our heirloom quilts. And again, guys, if you hang out with us for just a little bit longer, I am going to take you to the website and show you where to find a few of these things, including the heirloom selection, because we have several of those as well. Okay. So, Miss Sarah, tell us about your Splendid Star.
Yes. So this is Splendid Star. This is a Farmer Shop exclusive, like I think I would say all of the heirloom quilts. But this comes in 5, 6, 7. 7's not on there, but it comes in 7. 5, 6 up here.
Oh,
5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10-inch block sizes. You can see finish sizes. So if you do the 5-inch block, it's going to be 49 by 49. If you do the 10-inch block, it's going to be 99 by 99. And if you pick something in between there, it's going to be somewhere in between those two colors. But it's just kind of got this really beautiful star on it. Lots of really beautiful feathered quilting. If you want to go over to this camera, this kind of gives you a taste of some of that feathered quilting. And then there's just, like Linda was saying, and like Annie was saying, there's so much detail in here. The quilting in here, yeah, you can see that on there. Good. The quilting in here is really fun and kind of whimsical, actually. It's kind of got little curly cues, swirls in there. And then my favorite part, sorry, I don't mean to move your camera if I am. My favorite part is the star. So the star, you can use any fabric, obviously, and it just kind of, it pops on there, and you have this really pretty feathered quilting mimicked right there. And then you kind of have this like sashing element that's going
Should
through
we
it
try
as
to
well.
hold this up and right
We can
here?
try, yeah.
You still won't be, they won't be able to see it all, but I think it's an heirloom quilt. It's bigger. So, and is this a 7-inch block?
I don't know. That's a great question. It
looks like
probably is
I
a
think
7-inch,
it's the
yeah.
7.
So I don't know if you guys can get a sense of how big it is, but this is the 7-inch block size.
Even though
And-
session's not on there.
Yeah. Well, it was at the bottom and had the finish size. Can you tell who does the slides?
Can you tell who proofreads?
Yeah.
That's me.
And then, okay, let's also show the back while we're at it.
Yes. Yes.
Because the back is really beautiful too. So I think we should
Let's
even get.
turn it. Can we turn it? Because the sleeve is kind of blackened. I want to
Oh,
that side.
yeah.
There you go. Now you can see some of that quilting that's coming through on the back from the border. So just a really,
Beautiful.
really pretty, fun one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Alrighty.
there's some big guys on the website. So if someone said they were looking for a bed size, don't worry, we have them. Okay. All right, moving right along. This is our final quilt we're going to show tonight, but don't go anywhere. I am going to take you to the website and show you where to find all the good things. But let's have Linda talk about this. I know it's really small, Linda.
It's really small. This is a former shop exclusive. It's called Diamond Skill Builder. And the blocks are not blocks, they're actually diamonds. And they're all, let's see, there's 6 different diamonds. They all have different types of piecing in them. It's kind of, I called it Skill Builder because each one has a little bit different skill that you learn while you're making it. And you can see the 2 layouts there. I think I really like the one where the diamonds are in a row, and then you can also make it into a star. The background quilting, the white part, is just a beautiful quilting, which they'll show you the detail on that in a minute. But we've got large and small diamonds, and you need, I cannot read the hoop sizes from here, 6 by 8 or 9 by 11 and a quarter, I believe it says.
Yeah, 11 and 3/4.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun to do. I did use a jelly roll on this. I did see somebody asking about a jelly roll earlier. This one did work with a jelly roll. A lot of our quilts might, like for example, Annie's log cabin, you just may have to trim it a little bit. So yeah, that's Diamond Skill Builder.
It's really pretty. So let's show some close-ups in the close-up cam.
See if I can find some different blocks that are in here.
Diamonds.
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 Girl's best friend.
And I love the quilting
Yep.
here, but also that it's a little bit different in the center.
It's just so pretty.
It is. I really like the
Pretty.
colors. So
Yeah.
that, I think this one is the strip layout. Is that what we're calling it? Can't remember.
That sounds good.
Yep.
Call it now.
Yeah. Okay. We might have to hold this one up because, there's even a rod in it. So we can, look at how nice the back even
Oh, the
looks.
back is cool.
Yeah. This is just the back, but let's pop this up here. Since we have a rod in there, it'll be even easier. I can just hold it
Okay.
and you can point.
Isn't that pretty? So Linda, are these, there are 4 of the diamonds that make up the bigger
Yeah.
diamond. Is that correct?
Yeah, and they're actually, when you sew them together, they go together pretty easily because you kind of do them in diagonal rows
Mhm.
and then in quadrants there, and it does go together fairly easy.
So that would kind of be your row, and this would
Yeah.
be your row.
Yeah. So then show them the back because the back is cool.
It's beautiful.
So this back was put on.
Hold it. There's a rocket.
This was put on as the blocks are made in the hoop, and then you change your bobbin thread. So you've got some beautiful quilting in the back as well.
Really pretty.
It is pretty.
All right. What did you guys think? Nina said she loves Diamond Skill Builder. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, Katie. You're right. Very true. Okay. All right. So that was the last quilt that we're showing tonight, but there's lots more on the website. And here is for those of you who jumped in here maybe a little bit late. If you spend $1 to $149, you're automatically going to save 10%. And then if you spend $150 to $299, you're automatically going to save 20%. And then 30% off plus free shipping within the contiguous US for $300 or more. And I also want to let you know that we do have a clearance tab. Everything in the clearance tab is half off. Some of those might be CDs, some might be USBs, so it just depends. But those are also half off. All of that ends. It's a flash sale. So all of that ends tomorrow, March 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So lots to shop on the website. In fact, I'm going to take you over there right now and I'm going to show you where to find things because that's usually a good question, right? Like, where do I find this? And we will have Nina drop the order links as well. But basically, everything on the website is on sale with a few exceptions. So add it to your cart. If you don't see that discount come off, it's one of the few things that is not on sale. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Okay, so I'm here at hoopsisters.com. And if you hover over the shop all, there's a semi-annual sale tab right at the top. And did you guys see what happened? That clearance tab also pops out. So I'm going to take you into the semi-annual sale tab. It has on the screen all the different promotions. And then it also has right here, this is a little different. So we got smart. Sarah got smart. If you click this pre-cut, you can just look through here and you can pick which ones you want. Okay. So you can click on, say, I want this one, and then click add to cart. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to take someone's inventory. Click on this one if you want it, add to cart. So instead of shopping a long list of products, you can just go in here, add them one by one to your cart.
Adding to cart does not save
that
product for you.
That's a good point. Sarah just wants me to remind you that if you put that in your cart, adding it to your cart doesn't save it for you. So if someone else has something in their cart and they check out and the inventory is down, it won't stay in your cart. The only way you can secure it is by checking out. So know that too. But everything that we showed you today is in this tab. Okay. So you can just scroll down through here. There's different things in here. There's actually 3 pages, but I wanted to also show you how to get to the clearance, which is you go shop all, hover over semi-annual sale, click clearance. And then these items are the clearance items. So when you put those in your cart, these are the regular price. And when it's in your cart, it'll come off as half price. And there's a ton of good stuff in here. There's actually 2 pages. All right. But I also wanted to show you that if you hover over the shop all and then go to pick your design, there's tons of different projects. If you hover over quilts, it'll shoot out here and you can pick heirloom quilts. Now, for those of you who are wanting I don't know why Lucky Charms in there, but these other ones are bigger heirloom quilts. There's so many to choose from. They're usually $189. So if you put 2 in your cart, you're going to get a really great deal on those too. The other thing I want to point out is the tools and notions. So the tools and notions will have things like the Battilizer, which you can get 5 yards of, or you can get a 15-yard package of that too. So I just wanted to make sure that I showed you where all the goodies are. New arrivals are not part of the sale. So new things that came out this year, you would have gotten the best price within the workshops, okay? And the fabric is not in the sale, but those things do count towards the free shipping. So if you still want one and you like the free shipping idea and you got some other things, might want to think about it. Sarah's got some pre-cuts to show you. Let's check them out.
She handed them to. Now they're in bags, so you're
Yeah.
gonna get glare, obviously. But there's these two are beautiful. They're all beautiful. But lots of teals, some yellows. There was another yellow. Where did it go? There's another one. Hopefully you can see that well. This one's so cute.
It is cute.
So cute. Pinks. Oh my goodness. I just ran them all out.
Purple.
I thought you sent me all the fabric. You thought.
Oh, no. I had to keep some for myself.
Okay, so that's what we've got over there on the website. So you can definitely, where did my thing go? There we go. Can definitely pop around in there and check out where the pre-cuts are and all that good stuff. And everything, the sale, the free shipping, all that kind of stuff does expire tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And if you have questions or your cart's not quite looking like you thought it would, or something's not right, get a hold of Nina tomorrow. We are going to go home for the night. We're on the East Coast. Linda's in the Central. So get a hold of her tomorrow. She's here from 9 to 5 and she can help you out for sure. All right. So basically the entire website with a few exclusions and not that many exclusions are on sale. So go have fun. We're going to drop that order link one more time. And I did see a question a second ago that said, how much Battilizer do I need to make? I think she said a queen. So here's the deal with the Battilizer. It's going to depend on a couple different factors, including your hoop size, what block size you're making and all that good stuff. But I would start with a 15-yard roll. If I was making a queen, I would probably just get that for now. But it's going to depend on a few things.
And I think our patterns will recommend Battilizer, like a yeah. So it'll depend also on how big your quilt is.
That's funny. Okay. Marion said, thank you for a great show. Cindy said, great show. And Ellen said, just take my credit card. Oh, that's nice, Joan. She said, thank you, ladies, and your shipping crew. So can't forget them. So, all right. We hope you all had fun and enjoyed this evening with us. We enjoyed spending time with you, showing you some awesome quilts, showing you some pre-cut fabric. And now we're tired and we got to go home. All right. Anyone else want to say anything?
Nope. I had a good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
Sarah's over there.
Yep.
Hey, Lisa, I see my friend Lisa Lilly. She's watching.
All right, you all. Thank you so much.
All right,
Have fun
guys.
shopping and get a hold of Nina tomorrow if you have any questions.
Yep. We'll see
Have
you
a great
next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.